Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is a video for my friends in the Northern Hemisphere. I'm going to be talking through some cozy autumn-winter essentials, and this video is also in partnership with Everlane. If you have been a long-time follower of mine, then you will know that Everlane is kind of my go-to brand for wardrobe basics. I feel like they just do basics so well, and many of the pieces that I've had from the brand in my closet have been around for many years, and I just find that they have really managed to stand the test of time, which is really something that I'm looking for whenever I am building my wardrobe, because when you think about it, those basics are the core or foundational building blocks of our closet, and in particular for me, my personal style too. So what I want to do is kind of run through a few of my favorite picks from their new fall or autumn collection, and I'm going to be talking through the sizing, the fit, what the fabric feels like, some of the ways that I would personally style it, that sort of thing. And I want to just dive into it with this felted merino half zip sweater. I'm currently wearing this in the bone color. It actually comes in antler, which I also grabbed, which is this kind of reddy toned fawn brown color, which is just really pretty, and I think a really nice color for the autumn season ahead. Browns are very on trend right now, as is the silhouette. It also comes in a black, and I actually got two different sizes so that I could show you a size comparison depending on the fit that you're after. So on the bone, I got the medium, which is a very slouchy oversized fit. You can kind of see here that the sleeves come down my hand, so they actually cover my palm, and there's a lot more room in the body. It just feels very cozy, and given that so many of us are spending a lot of time at home right now, my entire mindset has really been centered around wearing clothing that I feel very comfortable in, but that also makes me feel good. And I definitely get that vibe with this. The antler version I got in the size small, and you'll be able to see from the cutaways that the fit is much more intentional and I would say much more perfect for my frame. So the sleeves actually just come to my wrist, and it's a lot less boxy throughout the body. So really it just depends on the kind of fit that you want. You either stick with your usual size or go up one. In terms of how I would style this, I feel like there are so many different options. I mean, I would wear this with trousers, like a leather trouser even. That's a really fun way to add in a bit of texture and really help mix things up. Or else maybe with a skinny jean and boots, throw a big puffer jacket on over the top and you are totally set. You could also wear this with kind of like a mini skirt. I've seen the way that they styled it on the website was with leggings and activewear, which I think is also another great way to incorporate a piece like this in your closet. I just realized I completely forgot to talk about the fabric. So this is 100% merino wool, and if you know me, one of the things that I'm constantly looking for are sweaters that are super warm and toasty but that aren't itchy at all, because I do sometimes get a bit of irritation from some knits. I would say I've got relatively sensitive skin, and this is just so plush. It is so unbelievably soft. It just feels like a cloud against my skin. It's so cozy. Definitely the kind of thing that I can see myself wearing a lot autumn winter 2021. So absolutely love this first piece. Now I'm gonna switch out of this into the second knitwear pick. My second sweater pick is the Belgian Waffle Henley, and this is in the re-cashmere, and so that means it is made from 100% recycled cashmere, which I just think is incredible. One thing that I have noticed, especially this year, is that Everlane has made huge strides in using a lot more recycled materials throughout their entire collection. So you'll see it even with their cotton lines, with the wool, also with some of the jackets I'm going to talk about. And in addition to that, they are so incredibly close to achieving their goal of having no virgin plastics throughout their entire supply chain, which is a huge challenge. So at the moment, they've got 90% recycled plastics, which is incredibly cool. So back to the sweater. So this I'm wearing in the color Canvas, which is a yellow tone beige. I do sort of feel like it's got a slightly more cool undertone to it, or it leans a little bit more neutral as opposed to warm. I'm wearing it in the medium because I wanted something that was really slouchy, but what I didn't realize is that this piece is actually intentionally oversized. So you can stick with your usual size for this one. So I think probably the small might have been a little bit better on me so that it wasn't quite so big, although like I said, I've got a real affinity for big slouchy oversized sweaters at the moment, just anything that is a bit loose, because I am spending so much time at home, and like I mentioned, I want to be comfortable. Now the thing that really drew me to the sweater is the texture of it. It is a waffle knit, so it has this beautiful kind of cross hatch sort of design where there are these debossed and embossed imprints in the fabric, which hopefully you'll be able to see really well from the cutaways. To me, I think because I do wear a lot of monochromatic outfits and also just a lot of basics, having that additional element of texture just helps to enhance my outfit and really elevate it and make it feel a bit more special, even though I am wearing such simple items. Now in terms of styling, I would wear it pretty much the same way as the half zip, although I think some of the things that you can do is if you need a little bit of extra coverage around your neck area, you could wear a mock neck or a turtleneck underneath, so you've got that layering potential. I would love the way that this looks with sort of a denim mini skirt. You could throw on some tights. That is not happening in these cutaways because it is 25 degrees Celsius today I'm filming this. It's a little bit too warm in the house. I'd also just wear it tucked in with high-waisted jeans, go for a trouser that's maybe a bit more straight through the leg with a little ankle boot, throw on a big duffel coat or even a robe style coat. I really think something like this is just a good basic. You could throw a blazer over the top as well if you wanted to dress it up a little bit. Okay, now speaking of outerwear, I wanted to talk about this jacket, which is the Redown Military Parka. And this is in the cashew color. Just realized it's going to be making a little bit of noise popping it on. Now this is made with recycled down, which is really cool. So I actually have the Renew puffer, which I'm going to mention if you want a vegan option. The Renew puffer is a very similar kind of a silhouette and style, and you get the same kind of, I mean, I'd say similar levels of warmth. This one's maybe a little bit heavier, but they both feel really plush and kind of squishy, and I actually really like the way that they look from a styling element as well, given that when you are going outside and it's very cold, your jacket is the first thing that everyone's going to see. I get quite a lot of wear out of my black Renew parka, and I will show you a side-by-side of how they both look on in case you've been tossing up between the two options. They do both have a hood as well, which is very convenient if it rains, which quite often whenever it's been raining, my Renew parka has been the one that I would generally wear because I don't really have any other rain jackets. But yeah, even the details on this, like the zippers, using recycled materials, which is very, very cool. Now in terms of how I would style this, personally a jacket like this, because it is a color, I would probably try and wear it more with muted neutrals underneath, so I wouldn't wear anything that's going to clash with it. So you can kind of see here in frame that the sweater that I'm wearing is basically the same color as the jacket, and I love the way that looks. I'm even going for a white trouser or white, you know, some cream colored leather pants I think would look really cool with this, and then similar boots to create a monochromatic look. But similarly, I would just wear it with skinny jeans, throw on, you know, like my alpaca knit, which I absolutely adore, and my Boss boots, and I'm good to go. I think that's a very chic kind of an outfit, and I love, love, love the way that this just adds a lot of shape and it completely changes the silhouette, makes it feel a bit more dramatic. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention, and probably the biggest difference for me between the military parka and the Renew puffer, is that there are pockets right up here, so at your waist, which are very, very convenient. I actually feel like this is a really good place to kind of have your hands. They are felt lined on the inside, so they are really warm. So if you do not have gloves on, then you can just pop your hands in your pockets on the side here and you'll be nice and warm and toasty. And yeah, the hood is pretty cute as well. In terms of sizing, I'm wearing this in the extra small. I do find that the Everlane outerwear runs just a little bit large, and as you can see, I'm wearing knitwear underneath this, and I don't feel like I don't have any room. I can still move around very easily. However, if you do want to wear super ultra chunky knits, then you might want to stick with your usual size. Next, let's talk about a pair of boots, and they are my favorite boots from Everlane reimagined. They're the Boss boots in re-knit. So you will know from my whole day glove experience that my favorite fabric for shoes from Everlane is their re-knit fabric, which is made from recycled plastic bottles. It is just really forgiving. It has a lot of movement to it, which is fantastic if you have wide feet like I do, or you have a bunion, which I also have on my left foot. So I'm always very mindful of that whenever I'm buying shoes. So I am going to show you a side-by-side in the cutaways of how these look and compare next to the Boss boots, which maybe I'll just pop one of these down and I'll grab one of my Boss boots. So To compare them side by side here, you can kind of see that they have the same silhouette, that very iconic shape as the Boss boot, but they actually come a little bit further up the leg. And I think that is perfect during the cooler months if you just want to have a little bit of a coverage. If you're wearing a straight leg trouser, I mean, these are a great boot to go for because they have that sock-like effect around your ankle, and you can easily wear kind of a chunky sock or something like that with these to add extra warmth. Being made from the reknit fabric, I would say that these are not the kind of shoe that I would wear on a super rainy day. A leather boot is going to be a much better option, or something that is water resistant. However, I have worn these on a bit of a miserable day and they were fine as long as you're not spending a lot of time outside. In terms of sizing, these fit true to size. So I got my usual Everlane size, which is a US 9.5. I do find that Everlane sizing is slightly different to traditional brands. So I wear half a size larger in Everlane than I would in other brands. So I'm usually US 9 or European 40. But yeah, the lock heel is really easy to walk in. And also this other detail that I love is this leather panel at the back here, which I just think makes them look very, very cool. And they're very easy to clean if you get any marks on them or anything. I have spilled baby food on these and it was very easy to wipe off. Also, in terms of styling, I mean, I think these look incredible, as I said, with straight leg trousers or straight leg jeans. Also with a skinny jean, although sometimes what I tend to do just so that it's seamless is I will create a little roll or cuff at the bottom of my jeans at the hem. I also love the way that they look with black tights as well. During my pregnancy, I really got into wearing dresses again, and I love them for the fact that they are such a simple styling piece. It's essentially a whole look in one. You can just add some outerwear. If it's wintertime, add some leggings or tights and boots and you're sort of sorted. And so one of my kind of favorite wintry picks from last year was actually this turtleneck dress from Everlane. I've got it in the grey marl and it's so pretty, so lovely and soft. So when I saw that it came out in this beautiful oatmeal color, I knew that I had to add that one to my closet as well, just because it is such a good basic. As I mentioned, it is a really easy throw-on piece, really nice and comfortable. Everlane uses grade A cashmere and it is very nice and soft. I've had really good experiences with all of their cashmere pieces. Now, when it does come to natural fibers, you do need to keep in mind that there's going to be an element of maintenance, so I would highly recommend investing in a cashmere comb so that if you get any pilling, you can easily make your item look like new. And that's one thing I definitely talk about a lot is, you know, caring for your items and maintenance and how that can really increase the longevity and the lifespan of it in your closet. But yeah, I got this in the medium just because I think it's nice to have a little bit of extra room, and that was the size I got my grey one in, which was perfect while I was pregnant. So if you are currently expecting, this is a really great dress because you do have a lot of room. Just size up one because I don't really feel like it's too overwhelming or big anywhere else, and it's a really nice length too. It comes down to my knees. Now, in terms of styling, I really like the way that this looks with kind of like a military jacket and some flats. Otherwise, you know, wear a big swishy long coat and some heels if you're really wanting to dress it up a little bit. I find that longer length of the coat, it just is elegant and it lifts up the entire outfit. Otherwise, you could also put a blazer on over the top, and again with some heels, put some tights on, and it's sort of more of an office appropriate look. With an item like this, it is really versatile too. So being a turtleneck dress, you could tuck it underneath a skirt and then you've got a turtleneck top with a skirt. You could throw another knit over the top, so you have that layering element with the turtleneck, the top, but then you kind of have a different color across your body, and then you've got the skirt peeking out the bottom. You could belt it. Endless opportunities. That's why I'm really drawn to items like this. I think they're a really fun addition to your wardrobe. The next item I wanted to share is a little bit hidden from view because I'm wearing them on my lower half. They're the Dream Pant, and I have them on in the heathered charcoal. These are kind of like the perfect lounge trouser that look really put together, and to me it's all down to the silhouette and the way that they have the little details here. So you can kind of see there's a pleat down the center, which I always tend to associate with more of a tailored trouser, and they have that beautiful cropped length, which you know I love so much. But the fabric of them is kind of like a really nice soft stretch jersey, and they actually have a drawstring at the waist so that you can tie them shut. So they don't have that buttons that fly, which gives them a little bit of a loungewear vibe. However, I feel like this is kind of the perfect trouser for dressing up or dressing down. Very versatile. So if you're looking for a good all-rounder that you can wear both at home and at work, I say this is it. And they remind me a lot of a more high-end trouser I've got in my closet, but I think these are much easier to style and a lot more comfortable to wear as well. Now, in terms of sizing, I have them on in the size small, and I do find that they're not snug at the waist, so I do have to tie the drawstring tight so that it sits exactly where I want. They have the pockets at the hip, and they've also got pockets on the bum as well, so really kind of handy from that perspective. From a styling element, I feel like these are really easy to wear. So in the cutaways, I've worn them with kind of like a black and white striped top and some loafers, and that's a really easy outfit for wearing at home or on the weekend. You could also kind of wear these quite simply for the office as well. Just put on a silk blouse, a blazer, and some heels, and you're sort of good to go. You could also, as I'm wearing right now with my alpaca knit, wear a big oversized sweater. You know, maybe wear a ballet flat pointed toe flat, would be really cute. Could throw on a sneaker with these as well. Maybe pop on one of those parkas that I showed you just before, that big oversized jacket to keep you nice and warm and toasty. Throw a scarf around your neck and you're sort of set. They're just a really good kind of work to weekend sort of a trouser. And yeah, I've really been enjoying them. I've been getting my wear out of them before it gets too hot here in Sydney. Now I've just got two more items to share, and they're both accessories. And the first one that I want to talk about is this cashmere bandana. Now, I think that this is such a brilliant piece to have as a bit of a neck warmer, but also it just is an interesting style element as well, because you can kind of tie it a few different ways. So you can kind of see it is this just large cashmere square, and it's in quite a lightweight cashmere, but it is so warm. It is really nice and smooth and soft. It just feels very kind of cozy and very comfortable against the skin. So again, if you are someone who has sensitive skin, this is a really, really nice option if you want something that isn't going to be too bulky. And one of the things with cashmere is that it is 2 to 3 times warmer than wool, and it's all got to do with how the yarn is knitted together, but it means that you can have a much thinner product, but that delivers the same amount of warmth as a much thicker wool sweater. Now, in terms of how I like to wear it, I like to wear it like a typical bandana. So in the cutaways, I'll show you how I sort of pop it on, because I do have this mic here. But essentially, I put it into a triangle, I tie it around my neck, and then I will fasten or secure the ends underneath the sort of triangle bandana detail that I've created, and that's a way to make sure that it doesn't move. And what I like about this is, as I said, it is a great way to kind of cover up your neck. If you need a little bit of extra warmth there, maybe you're wearing a V-neck sweater and you don't want to have a big scarf, you want something that you can easily tuck into your handbag, this is a great way to keep out the wind, keep out the cold, but keep that area of your chest really nice and warm. And it comes in some really lovely colors as well. And then the final item that I wanted to mention is a pair of socks, and these are the ribbed wool cashmere socks, and they are so thick. If you've been looking for a really thick sock to wear with your boots that is going to keep you nice and toasty, but also that you can have peeking up out around your ankles or, you know, down your lower calf, I think these are brilliant. They actually come in a few different colors as well, but I just went for the classic bone, and I got them in the large size, as I am a European 40. As I mentioned, I wear a US 9.5, so I thought it would make sense to size up in this particular case, and I'm glad that I did. I think they're a really good fit on me, and it's great because they're a unisex gift as well, and this will make a really good stocking stuffer as well if you're currently thinking about Christmas gifting. But yeah, they're just nice and cozy. I mean, I don't know what else to say. They feel really lovely as well. Not itchy. They have a really lovely smooth hand feel to them. Yeah, so those are the ribbed wool cashmere socks. So those are some of my favorite picks from Everlane's current autumn or fall collection. I hope that you found this video useful or helpful, particularly if you had your eye on some of these items. If you have any other questions about any of the pieces that I tried on, then please do let me know in the comment section below. As usual, I want to know what your favorite item was out of everything I picked, so please let me know that down in the comments below as well. And a huge thank you to Everlane for partnering with me on this video. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you next time with a brand new one. See you soon. Bye.